What's up guys, today we're talking about an underrated meme coin on PulseChain that no one's even talking about and has stupid potential, right? And that coin is this right here, Louis the Duck, right? It's a derivative of Teddy Bear, which we all know to be, the number one meme coin on PulseChain, and most likely will hold the number one spot this whole war run, right? Anyway, when a number one coin does well, there's always a number two, right? Example, you have Pepe on on Ethereum, and then you also have like Hoppy and Pepe coin, right? Like there's always another coin underneath. Pepe is like 7 bill or 4 bill now, and then you have Hoppy, which is like 100 mil, and then you have Pepe coin, which is like 200 mil, right? So there's always a derivative, and the derivative of Teddy Bear is duck, right? It's also an animal, and the crypto loves animals, so it's a good meme, right? The narrative is the exact same as Teddy Bear. It's been shown in a Richard Hart stream, and that's essentially all Teddy Bear is. Teddy Bear was shown in Richard Hart's stream, and people made a meme coin of it, right? The same thing has been done for duck. When it came out, it had like stupid traction. Everyone, it went crazy, took over Twitter, and everyone was chilling it. There was so many people on board, and then obviously it dies down, and PulseChain was topped out. Blah blah blah. It goes down, 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 flushes everyone out. And now, even though there was no tweets, even though there was no team, no one pushing it, no one tweeting it, people have been buying it up, right? So they bought it up from 50k, and it's now at 400k. And there's literally nobody pushing it, right? And why is that bullish? It's basically bullish because people are seeing value in a coin, and it's outperforming the majority of coins on PulseChain. It might only be 400k, but for PulseChain that's like quite a bit. It's a very small chain, there's not too much happening, right? And this coin has made it all the way up to 400k with literally no one chilling it, no team, no Twitter. The socials aren't even updated properly, and it's literally at 400k, right? Imagine when the community gets back together. Imagine when the team gets back involved and people start pushing it, or someone does a CTO, right? There's potential here for this coin to be massive, right? And when Teddy Bear and PulseChain actually take off and the money comes to PulseChain, if people miss Teddy Bear, the next place to go in is duck, right? The same way, like when you're on Ethereum and you miss a coin, you go and ape the derivative straight off the bat. That's what people will do with duck, right? So PulseChain's gonna send, Teddy Bear's gonna send, as we all know, and duck will also send, right? Because duck is the next coin under, which is also an animal underneath Teddy Bear, right? This is like a stupidly strong narrative. I think it'll be up there, next to DMND, which is also a stupidly strong narrative to do with Richard Hart. It's on the Hex website, and it's kind of a similar narrative, right? They're both derivatives of Teddy Bear, but this has the exact same narrative as Teddy Bear, right? So yeah, basically, if you look at the chart, it went up to 1.7 mil back in February, came down to 50k, and now it's at 400k, which you might be like hesitant to buy here because it's literally just pumped up like 7-8x, which is fair enough. And I'm not going to tell you to top blast it, but like look for an entry. I do believe this can be a huge coin. If Teddy Bear is going to go to 5 billion plus, like a lot of you think, including myself, I do think it'll be well in the billions on PulseChain. You're gonna see a derivative at least 100 million, right? And 100 mil from here, that's like a 300x, right? If we take a measurement, you got about a 250x minimum to 100 mil, right? If you take a position roughly around here, that's a good move, right? You can put in, a grand, couple grand. You could buy 1% if you want. It'll only cost you like 4.5k for 1% if you want to do that. And now is the time to be doing it. You don't want to be aping the meme coins when the liquidity is all flowing into PulseChain and everyone's running over, right? You want to be there before the masses come, right? Because the second people buy, it's going to be hard for you to buy that. If you want 1%, you're not going to be able to. If you want a good position, it's going to be, God candle. I remember when Ethereum started to take off back in April, it was literally God candles on every chart. You know, you saw like Bird Dog and Brett's and all of them just do a 100x, right, in like hours. And that will happen on PulseChain one day, right? And if you're not in before it, then you're going to be left behind. And you're going to be buying those tops and aping, 10 times harder because you decided to be late. So you need to be buying these coins now. And this, in my opinion, is one of the strongest narratives. It might be the number 2. It might be the number 3. I don't know which the market will choose. I'm really bullish on Duck, and I'm really bullish on Diamond, right? If you haven't seen why I'm bullish on Diamond, there's another video on my channel. You can go watch that. It's a 1k to 1 million challenge. I think Diamond will also hit 100 million. And I think Duck will also hit 100 million, right? They're both stupidly strong derivatives of Teddy Bear and of Richard Hart memes. And they have like huge potential. And no one's even talking about them, right? No one is talking about Duck. It doesn't even have a community, right? There's like no one in the Telegram. So if you go in the Telegram, let me pull it up real quick. There's literally no one in here, right? It's empty. Although today, if we go onto the Twitter account actually just made a tweet, right? They haven't tweeted since June, and now they just made a tweet today saying it's pretty safe to say the bottom is in, right? So the team is lurking, right? Is something going to happen? I don't know, but if it was simple, if it was easy, and if it looked good, that would be late, right? You wouldn't be early then. But when there's no one there, no one's talking about it, now you're early, right? Is the liquidity the best? No, it's not. But the best time to buy is when the liquidity is not the best, right? Although there is about 30k, I think, of liquidity right now. Have a look. So you have 20k on the DAI pool, and you have 15k in the Pulse pool. So you've got about 35k of liquidity at about 400k market cap. So almost, roughly about 10%. You're probably about 9% of the market cap ratio in the LP. So it's not bad. It's it could be better if it was all in one pool, but it is what it is. If you use PulseX, it should separate it over the two pools anyway, and just like slowly do it in a few buys rather than just one big buy, and then you should be fine. But like as the price goes up, people will add liquidity. Look at DMND for example. That had not too good liquidity when I first shielded it, right? And then it pumped up 10x or like 9x or something, and then a whale comes in and adds like 100k of liquidity, right? So you really don't have to worry about that. The best time to buy is when the liquidity is low, when no one's talking about it, when there's not even a fucking team, right? There's nothing. The deck screen doesn't even work, the website doesn't even come on there. You're early, right? And people are buying up without all of that, right? So when the team does come in, or when a CTO does happen, there will be, it'll be way easier to push this up, right? The market clearly likes it, as they've sent it to 400k from 50k. So it's a good opportunity, right? So yeah, I would say buy a position or DCA in. Maybe you want to wait for this retest on this support. I don't know how it'll play out. Me personally, I just grabbed a position in this little area here. I'm not too worried about it going down because I believe in this as a long-term hold, right? I'm not buying this for a quick little trade. I'm not going to sell at like 1 mil or whatever. This is like a bull run hold for me, right? I do think that when liquidity comes to PulseChain, they will ape the fuck out of Duck, right? And there's also a shit ton of potential you can do with the marketing for it. Like, you can literally have a Duck character that like has an animation. Like if you look at Joe Coin for example, they have like a little character and they make videos with that, right? And that's like a big popular thing nowadays on meme coins. They have these like animations and these videos, and you could do the exact same thing with Duck, and Teddy Bear could also have that, right? So the marketing opportunities are huge, and the meme itself is stupidly good. Richard Hart has obviously made a tweet about it. It was in his stream, so the narrative is there, right? People, if you look at any other chain that's taken off, people love buying the memes which are related to the founders, right? So obviously people are going to buy teddy bear, and then people are going to buy duck, right? And then obviously they're going to buy like diamond, they're going to buy dick with butt because it's like he's tweeted about it before. All these memes which are related to the founder will do stupidly well, and most likely go into, you know, hundreds of millions, right? Especially if PulseChain does as good as many of you watching think it will, right? We all think that PulseChain's going to do a 100x, or at least a 50x or whatever, and you know, me personally, I think it's going to 100 billion, right, at least. And if that happens, you know, it won't be shit for a meme coin to hit 100 mil, especially when it's got a stupidly strong narrative like Duck has. So yeah, if you want to buy, obviously it's on PulseX V1, and yeah, just DCA in, find your positions, don't FOMO. There's gonna be a dip at some point, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's a good meme. You're early. There's no team, and that's the best time to buy, right? If there was a team and everyone liked it and everyone was shilling it, you'd be late. But there's no one talking about it. There's no influencers. There's no, you know, there's nothing. So you're early, and you can even help it. You can be the first people in the Telegram, in the community, pushing it and starting to bring it back to life, right? And that's exactly where you want to be, right? But yeah, it has done a big move up. You don't want to be buying a top, although the potential is huge. So if you're happy to be down, then take a position here. If you want, then, you know, maybe wait for a dip. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm bullish on Duck, and I think you should be too. And I feel sorry for all the people that sold down here, because they're gonna really regret that later on in the bull run. Because people just don't see these narratives. They just don't. They're all focused on these like 2-day pump and dumps, and you know, narratives that aren't strong for the whole bull run. And then there's things like Duck which are just sat under the radar, and no one's even paying attention, no one's tweeting, no one's buying. And that's exactly where I want to be, buying the coins that no one else is, because everyone else is retarded, right? But yeah, guys, join my Telegram channel. You know, I'll be posting in there about this. I'll post it in there in a minute after I post this video. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'll leave that in the description, obviously. And make sure you join FeineNetwork, boys. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Buy some Duck.